What is up, guys? My name is Sparky Midori, otherwise known as the Prince of Darkus, and over the past few weeks I've been doing a lot of thinking and reflecting on Bakugan. Bakugan from the past, Bakugan from the present, and the Bakugan of the near future. Basically Bakugan as a whole. And if I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm genuinely scared about Bakugan. As I'm sure many of you may be aware, Spin Master has not been the best to its product or the customers as of late. Yes, we have a lot of new product announcements, talks about a new season, a few leaks here and there, which I'm not going to dabble in this video. And it's all very exciting, it really is. But at the same time, I don't know if I can be excited about it. This is just due to Spin Master letting both me and thousands upon thousands of other fans around the world down, leaving us disappointed, frustrated, and ultimately hopeless. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love this game to absolute bits. I have invested over 17,000 rand into this game. That is 17,000.00 rands. To dollars, that translates to about $1,025.15 using the exchange rate as of recording this video, which is the 5th of September. Yep, I have spent over $1,000 just on rolling, transforming plastic marbles. And I've spent way too much money on cards, and I just don't want to count all that money. But I'm still spending money on Bakugan, and this is all in a desperate and stupid attempt just to keep it alive. In a hope, a desperate hope that it can succeed, because I know that it can. But with the way Spin Master is handling this game, I just don't see it happening. Now, I've seen a lot of other Bakutubers talk about this kind of thing recently, and I decided to let their conversation and their points settle before I threw my hat in the ring. So here's my 2 cents on this whole subject with Spin Master. On the 10th of July 2020, Nintendo released a 30-second long trailer showing a new Bakugan game coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch. Within a few hours of the trailer's release, the like-to-dislike ratio was heavily in the favor of the dislike ratio, and it still is to this day. Majority of the comments on that video were comments saying that people didn't know Bakugan was even a thing now, that it was back, or that it was relevant. People didn't know about Bakugan at all. And to make it even worse, of that 30 seconds of trailer that we saw, only 4 seconds of it was actually gameplay. I checked, I timed, I counted, it's 4 seconds. So in response to this trailer, I made my own, and it took me about an hour and a half to gather the footage, edit the footage, render the footage, and upload it with a thumbnail. And considering I did that all in about an hour and a half, and I'm an amateur video editor, I think that video came out pretty damn well by comparison, considering, the trailer that I made actually showed off, the gameplay, the product that the people, the customer, are going to be buying. They're not going to be buying flashing text on a screen, they're going to be buying a game. Show us more game! This shows that Spin Master's advertisement for Bakugan is just as bad globally as it is for a place like South Africa, where I am. And we actually had some really cool live-action trailers for Bakugan, the anime, in South Africa. But no one knew about it. The show, to this day, has not showed a single episode of Battle Planet on Cartoon Network South Africa. Those trailers ran through the whole of July of 2019, and not a single episode has aired to this day, and it's 2020. But the toys did come out about the same time as those trailers, so I guess that's enough. But still, that was a whole 6 months after the full United States release of Bakugan Battle Planet. At that time, Battle Resurgence had already been released in the US, whereas in South Africa, we only just got Wave 1 Bakugan and not even the cards. Now, South Africa did receive these toys eventually, but this was still a whole 6 months after the initial US release, and at that time, the US had received Battle Resurgence and Wave 5 and up Bakugan, whereas in South Africa, we literally only got Wave 1 and not even the cards. Now this shows that there was a distribution issue from Spin Master and Bakugan since day one. So I'm sorry, Haru Ren, man. I love you. I really do. I love Baku Talk News. It puts a little smile on my day when I see the few minutes of video you upload and your personality shines. But I'm going to have to disagree with you, Haru, when you say that Bakugan had a distribution issue since around Resurgence, because it's clearly evident from my side at the very least that Bakugan had a distribution issue since day one. Anyway, moving on. In early August of this year, there was a listing of a whole box of the elusive Armored Alliance booster packs on Amazon. This was sold at $100 with free shipping to those in the US. Now this was a massive slap in the face to the fans who were outside the US, who were told they would not even receive LGS support despite Spin Master's apparent push for LGS support. And it was an even bigger kick to the teeth for LGS stores in the US, since per pack, the deal on Amazon was saving people a lot of money, making it almost impossible for LGS stores to sell the product since customers could buy it way cheaper on Amazon. Not too soon after the listing was posted, people received their quote-unquote boxes and were greeted with single boosters rather than a whole box as they were originally promised. Fury from the fandom was swift and it was harsh. The listing was taken down shortly after this outburst, and it has been put up again after a little bit of quiet time, but the sad reality is the damage had already been done. Those who had bought the packs would not be receiving a refund until they return their unopened packs, and even then, it's been a lot of mixed confusion between people on who's getting refunds, who's getting new boxes, who's not getting boxes at all, and it's just all in all a big mess. Regardless of this all, Spin Master is still to this day releasing more and more product without fixing any of their existing problems they've been making for themselves since day one. All they've done is been making excuses for the way things are the way they are before they move on to selling you on their next big toy. So with all these factors as well as a few others, I did not want to elaborate on too much because they've been said over and over again. Things like the cards and LGS support being restricted to the US, limited edition Bakugan being stuck to the US, things like that. I'm not surprised that hundreds upon hundreds of fans are just dropping this game left, right, and center altogether. Even my own Bakugan group in South Africa from Discord, it's sadly disbanded. And I hate to say it, but the sad reality is that I'm the only one left. And that's just sad. Now, I still have hope for this game. It's a slim sliver of hope, and I know I'm not a businessman or anyone really important, but for the love of Bakugan, Spin Master, and I really hate to swear even though I've already sworn in this video, but wake the fuck up. So many of your issues could have easily been solved a long time ago if you had just listened to your fans, the feedback, and had addressed the problems you were making for yourself since day one. But instead, you've done nothing but make more and more problems without fixing a single one. And eventually, this crooked tower of cards you're building for yourself is going to come crashing down. And you're going to miss out on this absolute goldmine of an opportunity of a TCG, as Haru Ren stated. You're missing out. You are going to miss out with the way you're handling it. And I feel so sorry for you and your narrow-minded wallet when that day comes. So please, Spin Master, for the sake of Bakugan, for the sake of the fandom, for the sake of every Bakugan fan, young and old, new and returning, just save Bakugan. Do what's right. Listen to us and fix your problems instead of making new ones. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope someone hears this video. I hope you all can give me your opinions on this whole situation, and if I may have said a thing or two that was incorrect or wrong, then tell me. I am happy to be corrected if what I said was wrong, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day or evening or wherever you are in the world. Stay strong and battle on, Battle Brawlers. Goodbye.